Alright, maggots. I know it's everyone's first day in the labyrinth, and we couldn't just tell classified information before everyone went through all the protocols. So let me rip the band-aid. Yes, the government has been lying to you, and most conspiracy theories are at least partly true. Except the flat earth one. Can you imagine believing the earth is flat? You can get into a plane and see the curvature. Sorry, I digress. Your old life is over. Your job now is being one of the select few that knows how the world works. What is our motto? Can you read the motto on the board? No, that's right. The drugs are still in effect. I'll read it for you. Being awake so people can keep dreaming. Our job is to enforce normalcy, and I can hear some of you ask, what is normal? I'm glad you didn't. Some of our most well-kept secrets are the fact that reality does have well-defined laws and logic, but the structure, the fabric we rely on, it can and has been rewritten. Many times, actually. Our perception shapes reality. Have you ever wondered how a 20-ton chunk of metal called a plane can just fly with oversized propellers? That's because enough people believe it's possible. Nobody was able to fly before mad lads worked very hard to convince the general populace it was possible by the 20th century. That means that reality is something that sentient beings, like us, have to agree on, or things can get odd, unnatural, dangerous. A group of selected few found the truth about consensual reality around the 10th century, and at the time, humanity was constantly assailed by biblical disasters, otherworldly entities, and other things not worth talking about. The world was wild and deadly, and humans on Earth couldn't number more than about 4 million. Now we're at almost 8 billion, and this right here, this big fella, is important for our success. This is the canon, our only true sacred text. The canon describes what is real and what is not, and you all have to memorize this to heart, every page. It will take years, don't worry, we have drugs to help with that. It's been written by some of the brightest minds this planet has ever seen. It teaches how people should act, what they are, how society works, and what are the agreed upon laws of nature, as explained by science. Some of you will go to the Dark Ops branch of the Order, and your role will be to use any means necessary to coax the general populace to believe whatever is written and added to the canon. You will have the power and tools of global media and government to promote whatever truth the Council decides. And by doing this, we will shape reality, making it safer and more prosperous in the hands of people who are qualified to make those decisions. By enforcing the truth that there aren't outsiders in the dark, we are closing the doors to the real world for them. By making society religiously believe that science and common sense are the truth. Ancient entities can't devour whole civilizations as petty, vengeful retribution. Normal people can't even remember what they had for lunch while browsing social media like a bunch of distracted apes. And they think they're prepared to take full responsibility for deciding how things are run. Would be funny, but do not joke about democracy. We need sleepers to believe that they have some degree of control. Anyway, the other part of the recruits here will go to the Grey Legions. It's been a long road since the hierarchy started to enforce normalcy in the world, but our task is far from over. You will be responsible for enforcing the canon, hunting down non-canon fauna like skinwalkers, eliminating whistleblowers, deploying equipment to neutralize anomalies. But your most dangerous task will be to hunt down the warpers. Warpers are literally the greatest menace that humanity has ever faced. Those madmen, openly claiming to be bringing the end of the world and everything. And no, do not call them mages or witches. By giving them names that legitimize them as powerful entities of folklore existing all over the world, you empower them. Consensual reality demands that you get used to call them by what they are. Warpers, reality benders, destroyers. The greatest priority of all the orders in the hierarchy is to hunt down to extinction as fast as possible these warpers. No other creature is more dangerous than a rogue, uncontained reality warper. Use your imagination. We usually have to convince at least 80% of the local population that a local creature from urban legend doesn't exist to make it unable to manifest, but warpers, they have the power to shape reality themselves. Is that the kind of power that one single person should have? What if that walking disaster dares to start believing that they alone should be the only ones to survive? They can change climate patterns and fade populations from the world. No one should have that kind of power. Check case log 1723 of the Wild Dogs of Bordeaux for reference. That's the very description of tyranny. The hierarchy consults at least 100 of the brightest minds humanity has to offer before enforcing new canon law. It's said that some of the greatest tyrants in history, like the first emperor of China, were well-known warpers, known for their lust for eternal life. Check the history books, his body counts, and his madness. It will give you a brief idea of the possibilities. Being a warper is a curse. It is too much for the human consciousness to bear, and it is only humane that we capture them and lock them into the labyrinth, or turn them into tools or sirens to help protect society. Capturing a warper alive is one of the most dangerous jobs you could have, but every single one of you will be sacrificing your lives not only for your families, but the whole of mankind, if it comes to that. And if you fall in action and we can retrieve your heads in a fresh state, you will be registered for eternity in the archives so that you can live in eternal bliss while still serving your fellow man. Before we're done here and you're sent to the lieutenant for extra chemical therapy and training, I want to make it clear that even though this is a very dangerous job and you are very likely to die probably in the next 3 years, we give our soldiers the best equipment and support on the planet, all for the true heroes of our generation. As a gray agent, your family will earn a salary that will allow them to become part of the 10% wealthiest in your home country for one generation. Each one of you will receive a siren and or some kind of other tech for protection and productivity on your tasks. And of course, you'll have access to the unreleased future tech. The hierarchy has a monopoly on technologies, and when it gets released to the public, like cancer treatments, energy weapons, positronic devices, that sort of thing, our specialists theorize that the technology we have now will only be accessible to the public in the next 50 years. So we could say that we're living in the future. You will also receive a gray card. With that document, you will be free to supersede, ignore, and even command most low-level governmental authorities and will be unbound by national laws as long as you do not break any canon law. Otherwise, everything is allowed. This brings us to the end of the orientation. Are some of them drooling? Maybe we could at least give them some time to digest their pills before the briefing. End of log.
Welcome to the outro. I'm Nando, I'm an artist, and this is my channel. Thank you for watching. I hope you really liked this kind of weird thing that I'm doing. This is basically an audio drama series on a setting that I have been writing for a long while, for years now. It's called Ocultum. I have a lot of content that I made for this setting, and I never really use it for anything other than maybe playing tabletop RPGs with my friends. So I had this idea to use this setting that I made to make a series of audio dramas for a while, and I'm finally getting to do this thing. I'm gonna do this, and I won't give a lot of detail because I don't want to spoil my own thing, but Ocultum is a universe where magic is real, all urban legends are real, and the weave of reality is unraveling in real time, and things are getting strange. I want to thank Halzikar from the Black Pants Legion for voicing this episode. Everybody in the Legion has been so supportive of this thing that I'm doing. It's weird, I actually have this small crew of people who actually wants to voice act this thing that I'm doing for fun. So you're gonna hear different voices that fit different characters, which is so amazing to me. You're gonna hear my voice too. It just happened that I didn't think my voice would suit this character, the military kind of guy. If you want to maybe get Halzikar to voice something for you, you can get in touch with him by using the following email. And if you like this kind of very indie experimental kind of content, please like and subscribe. YouTube hates this kind of thing because you can't easily make it marketable, so I actually need you guys to brute force my content forwards, or else YouTube will just bury me. But I'm actually having a lot of fun doing whatever I want with my channel. Doesn't matter if I keep small. And I hope to see you guys next time. Bye. I have a placard now. Yeah. This is a gift that I got from a friend because I have reached the milestone of 100 subscribers. Yippee! OnlyFans when I reach 1,000. Bye.